craft and chat session is going to be Easter themed. And y'all, as I think most of you know, that I am a lolly. That's what my grandkids call me. My husband and I are Lolly and Pop. And so I always like to, sometimes do a craft with them, right? So I'm going to show you, it's a little mini kit that we're selling. Very, very easy, fun, and simple to do. Fun for adults, okay, for us seasoned crafters, but also something fun that you could do with maybe grandkids or your kids or somebody in your life, okay? So fun for all ages. That's what I'll say about this. So I want to show you what's going to be in this kit because we are selling this as a kit. I put the link up in the description. But I really wanted to have fun with this today, and I wanted to make sure that we did it early enough that if any of you order, we're going to ship these out. The kits are being prepped right now so that we can ship them. They'll probably all go out on Monday, I would suppose. So each kit is going to have two bunnies, okay? Two bunny heads. And then you're also going to get a napkin. You're going to get this adorable shaped bunny head napkin. And I want to show you, when you open up this napkin, you're actually getting four bunny heads. Okay. We kept this really inexpensive. It's $4.99, really inexpensive. And so this way you have two extra napkins in case you have a oopsie. Right? Just in case, you have an oopsie and you need a do-over. Okay. So 4 little bunny heads come in this adorable shaped napkin. If you were in my napkin club, then you got this napkin I think it was in our Easter bundle. And it's just so cute to use. So when we're going to create this kit. In the kit, though, I'm not going to have any embellishments because I think this is where the fun lies, because you can embellish these to be boy bunnies or girl bunnies. I'm going to do a boy and a girl today. I'm going to do a little pair, a little boy and a girl. And then I'm going to give you ideas of what you can actually do with this piece. Okay? Does that sound like fun? Yeah, Randy, sometimes we have oopsies and we need do-overs. It happens to all of us, right? It happens to all of us. Maybe you're separating the napkin and it tears or something happens. So anyway, I'm going to encourage you to watch today. I'm going to share how you can see that the napkin's a little different size than the actual bunny head, right? So you're going to watch, you're going to see how I kind of alter this and make it work. And then, like I said, I'm going to create a boy bunny, a girl bunny, and then I'm going to show you some ideas of what you could do with these adorable little bunny heads. Okay. Does that sound like fun? Okay. So I'm going to move these out of the way real quick here. And well, I need to keep the napkin. And I started painting ahead of time. So I'm going to slide this over just so you can see. I'm just painting the bunnies white. And y'all, this is something, I'm using my chalk paint, but this could be any paint. This could be acrylic paint. We're not doing any kind of special paint technique. We're just painting them white. Okay. So I'm just going to finish this one off. I painted around the edges. I'm going to leave it up to you if you want to paint the back. Okay. We did order these little bunny heads in bulk from the Dollar Tree. And so if you're lucky enough that your Dollar Tree still has them, you can go try to grab some more. I think they're $1.25 or something like that. But my Dollar Trees, the ones around me, have had none. So I'm really glad that I ordered them in bulk. I think we have about 75 kits or so, something like that, to sell, because so many of us were having trouble finding them. And I just think they're so cute and they're so precious. So all I have left to do, again, these just have a coat of paint on them. That's it. Super, super simple. Any kind of paint will do. If you don't want a white bunny, if you'd rather have a brown bunny, you can change it. If you're creating with a kiddo and a kiddo wants a purple bunny, then let them have a purple bunny, right? Like let them do whatever they want. That's always fun. Um, and let me cover up my paintbrush so it doesn't get all icky. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry it. Okay. So again, don't worry so much about the paint. This can be any kind of paint. If you have an acrylic paint in your stash, it just needs white paint. Nothing special. And then we're just going to make sure that it's good and dry. Okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl is showing the mini kit here. Yeah, Holly, some of them are kind of rough cut, and it's really not that big a deal though. Just use some sandpaper, take some sandpaper and sand the edges to make it a little bit smoother. I didn't sand mine at all. I just left them as is. So, it's just totally up to you. Okay. All right. So let's get into this napkin here. I'm going to go ahead and open up this napkin. This napkin will come in your kit. That way you have some extra bunnies to work with. And I'm just going to cut off one bunny here. Well, actually, I'm cutting apart two. I need two bunnies. So I'm going to do a boy and a girl. And we'll save these in case I need them for something else. Okay. All right. So you can kind of see the bunnies are bigger, right, than the actual wood. So this is what I'm going to do next, okay? And I don't want anybody to panic. This is not a big deal. We're going to take off the ears. Okay, we're going to take off the ears. We're really going to focus more so on getting the little face right here on the bunny. So I'm just going to cut those ears off to start. Okay, very super simple. Now we've got some ears here. Now watch what I'm going to do on the ears. The ears, I'm actually just going to cut the pink. I'm just going to cut out this pink part, the inside of the ear. And then we're going to kind of play around with about how long this little inner part should be. This way, what we're doing is we're basically customizing the napkin to fit this cute little bunny head wood piece. Okay, so I'm just going to do all my cutting to start. Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I see more people are watching us. Welcome to Craft and Chat this morning. If you don't know me, I am Miss Tracy, and my page here is Miss Tracy Creates. And I go live every Friday with a fun, a craft, a technique, something, and we chat and we just have fun creating. So this morning I'm showing our little mini kit, and I am excited about this. Okay, so I have cut the inside of the ears, right? And I've cut the faces. So what I'd like to do next is I'm going to, let me grab my pen here. You could use a pen or a pencil, whatever you want. We're just going to kind of lay these where they're going to go inside the ear. And then I'm just going to kind of do a little faint line. I got paint on my fingers. That just comes with the territory. Okay, so just kind of a faint little line there, just so that we can cut. Oh, my pliers came off. That's great. Looks like pliers came off of that ear. Right, we're just cutting the bottom so that the ear fits, the inside of the ear fits inside of the pink part of the ear. I'm trying to think how I should say this. The pink part of the ear fits inside the white ear. Okay, does that make sense? Oh, hi, Mary. Welcome. I'm so glad you're watching today. All right, so let's do the same thing with this one. I decided to sell these to y'all in a pair because I love the idea of doing a girl bunny and a boy bunny. But of course, you can, if you are doing this and you want to make both girls or a boy and a girl, I'm separating that napkin. Some of the plies come right off when you cut it, which is fabulous. But if they don't, it does have 2 plies. I'll show you that. You want to make sure you remove those plies. And if you haven't watched me before, the way I do that is I call it my lick and stick method, okay? So like with the little bunny face here, I'm going to tap my fingers, okay? And then just press together and they just kind of, the plies start to come off. This napkin's actually very easy to separate. So you can kind of see what's going on here, right? It's going to be adorable. It's going to be so cute. Let's go ahead and get one more ply to take off. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to work on the faces first. So I'm going to move their little ears kind of over here out of the way so they don't blow away. Get rid of all my little leftovers here. Yes. Yes, again, happy St. Patrick's Day. If you're just signing on, glad that y'all are here. All right, so I'm going to grab my little, I have this little heart tart tin that I use for my Mod Podge. And then when this gets icky, I just stick this into some hot water and then I'm able to just peel it all right back out. Okay. So this is just a fun way. We're just adapting this napkin to fit our needs, right? It's going to be super cute. Okay, so here we go. I'm just using Mod Podge matte. Okay, just Mod Podge matte, very inexpensive. I really like the matte so much better when you're working with napkin art. It's so much better than the glossy. Try to stay away from the glossy. The glossy is like I think it's got kind of a reddish orange label on it. The problem with the glossy, y'all, is it just always stays kind of sticky feeling, tacky feeling, even after months after it being dry, it just kind of stays sticky. So I really like the matte for napkin art, especially when working on wood. It has a nice kind of a satin finish. Okay, really nice satin finish. All right, so we're gonna take and we're gonna apply this Mod Podge first to the face here. Okay, just a nice healthy coat. I want to make sure it looks kind of shiny. See how you can see the wetness there. And I'm going to take the little bunny face. Again, I've already taken off the plies. And I'm going to attach it, just kind of lay it on here. And then I'm going to use a piece of plastic wrap. It's the same thing I have underneath the bunnies right here right now, just to protect my mat from paint. And I'm going to smooth this on. Now, this is what I'm using is like a bakery deli sheet. But honestly, if you've got saran wrap in your kitchen, use saran wrap, right? If you've got any kind of plastic wrap in your kitchen, it's going to work just the same. All right. So I have my face kind of pulled down here a little bit. You can see the little cheeks kind of right here along the edge. And then we're just going to carefully pull this back off. And we're going to do the other bunny face. Okay. Tony. Oh, I'm sorry. You missed the look around last week. We did do a virtual tour. So if you want to look back, you can watch the video of the virtual tour, Tony. And then we will open again from time to time for those look arounds. So hopefully you can catch us on the next one. Yes, Linda, they are. We're selling these as a kit. We're selling them as a kit. Again, I'm going to try to kind of hang on. Can I craft and talk at the same time? Usually. Okay. So I'm going to use my plastic wrap again, but I just want to show y'all that the Mod Podge does kind of come up through. Oops, there's bunny ears on there. Sorry. The Mod Podge does kind of come up through the plastic wrap. So if you use it again, fold it over, make sure you're using it on a dry side, because if it's wet, it'll actually peel your napkin back up. So back to Linda. Yes, this is a kit. We're selling this as a little mini Easter kit, very inexpensive, $4.99. I'm really hoping that some of you that like to, obviously, you know, adults, we love to craft. But this is also going to be a really great craft or project that you could do with kiddos, right? And it's always fun to do. You know, I like doing a little Easter craft. I like doing little crafts with my kiddos, my grandkids. My kiddos are too big now. All right, so here we go. I'm going to dry them. They look like they have little bunny beards right now, but we're going to sand those off in just a second, okay? We're not going to keep the bunny beards. We're going to sand those off. And I love it because that white napkin just blends right in, just kind of becomes invisible. So now their faces look like they are made for this little wood block. So cute. Okay, we need a little piece of sandpaper, and I forgot to grab that. Let me grab a piece over here for a sanding block. I'm just going to grab a little piece of sandpaper. Okay, it's just something easy. If you have like a foam sanding block, you can use that. But once the napkin is dry, then we're just going to come in and sand off the part of the napkin that looked like the bunny beard. See how cute that is? So cute. All right, let's sand off this piece. Then when we put the inside of the ears in, there'll be nothing to sand. This is really the only part that has to get sanded off. And I guess if you wanted to cut it to fit, you know, you could cut it to fit if you don't want to mess with sanding. Okay, so let's clean up all of this. Try to clean as I go here a little bit. Okay, so now you can see we have their faces on. They look so cute. Oh, thank you, Sue. Yes, I have all of my cute little things back here. There's more. I've tried to keep my studio here. I love to have inspiration all around of the different things that I'm making or things like that. Okay, we're going to do the bunny ears now. So remember, we cut these out. Let's go ahead and put our Mod Podge on right here and right here. So we're just going to lay these kind of into position. And don't stress over this too much. Just put them on. They're going to be fine. They don't have to be exactly the same. Sorry, I'm trying to find the pair. Here we go. Here we go. Isn't that cute? And again, I'm going to use my plastic wrap. If you didn't want to use plastic wrap, you can use just like a chip brush, a natural bristle chip brush, and just pounce up and down on it. But you're going to get a smoother look if you use the plastic wrap. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Isn't that fun? Okay, same thing over here. And again, just kind of lay them, tap them, and you're going to have the urge to smooth them, and I don't want you to smooth them because you could tear the napkin. So it's better to wait and smooth them with your plastic wrap. And again, don't use the wet part. Can you see that Mod Podge coming through? Don't use the wet part. Always it needs to be a dry part. Now you can reuse your plastic sheets. You just have to set them aside to dry. Cuteness. They really are cute. Okay, so we have to remember that this is napkin art, right? This is napkin art. It's just a thin tissue. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a coat, just a thin coat of Mod Podge over the whole thing. I'm going to be real careful with these ears since they're still a little wet. And then this is going to seal the napkin. We're going to be able to do a little bit of pin work on here. And then we're going to start decorating. We're going to make one of them a boy bunny and one of them a girl bunny. I want to give you ideas for both. Okay? Aren't they sweet? I think they're just precious. They're just precious. Okay, let me wrap up this. I've got a wet paper towel or a baby wipe is usually what I put my paintbrushes and stuff in until I have time to clean them, and that keeps them from getting too crusty. Yeah. Yes, we are selling this as a kit. Marilyn, you like the patchwork rabbit? Yes, I have I really adore playing with fabric also, and I'll do that from time to time here on my page as well. So yes, I love all the things. I like to craft and make all the things. Oh, I just can't pick and choose. I like it all. Okay, let's go ahead and give this just a little bit of, I'm just going to use my heat gun to kind of speed the drying process. You don't have to do this. You could just be patient, but I'm not very patient when it comes to crafting. Marilyn, that patchwork bunny is a bunny that I did a while back as a class. And so, yeah, we may have to look at making that an online workshop. I don't know that I could get those same fabrics again. And I'll tell you why, because some of those fabrics are like, they're kind of vintage. I like to find fabric all over. So some of them were like from vintage pillowcases. Some of it was just fabric from my stash. I mean, it's just all kinds of things mixed in. But thank you for the compliment, and I'll keep that in mind about possibly making that an online workshop. Yeah. Yes, if you're enjoying the things I'm showing you on these craft and chats using napkins, y'all, this is just a little tiny little representation of some of the fun, awesome things we do in the Napkin Club. So if you're interested in that, let us know. We're going to send you a link to get more information, and it's just really super fun. If you're into fabric, I have a fabric fan club. Like I said, I kind of have I love to do all the things. All right, well, let's keep going on our bunnies. Yeah, I'm not very patient either. I call myself the world's most impatient crafter. I'm always ready to hurry and get to the next step. So I want you to see that these are totally dry. Sorry for the paint on my fingers, but sometimes I tell people this: if you don't wind up with paint on your hands, then you're doing something wrong. Because I always have paint on my hands. Okay, so now that they're sealed, we're going to do a little bit of pin work. Okay, just a little bit of pin work. This is not something like if you were doing with this with kids, you could you could just pass over this step, right? Like you don't have to do this, but these are going to be my little boy and girl bunnies. So I'm going to go a little bit the extra mile on playing with these and embellishing them. Okay, so I'm using what is a Faber-Castell pit pen. These pit pens are my favorite for doing any kind of pen work on my napkin art. This is a small tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. You want to make sure that that Mod Podge is completely dry. And I'm just going to do these fun little broken lines. So when I'm doing pen work, the second my hand just naturally lifts up, I just skip a little space. Okay, if your hand will just naturally lift and just skip a little space. So I'm just going to do these kind of little broken lines in the ears. And again, don't try to connect the lines because then you're going to get frustrated because they didn't line up. And I think they look cuter kind of broken up anyway. Isn't that cute? And I'm also going to do the nose. So I'm going to come in here and do just the ears and the nose. Okay. If you want to do a little bit on the mouth, I guess you could. I think I'm just going to stick with the ears and the nose. So let's do that on this one. You have paint on your hands? Oh, if you have paint on your hands, it gets on your project. Yeah. If mine is wet paint, I definitely will wipe it off. But if it's just dried paint, I just keep on going. So again, every time your hand's just naturally going to lift up. And it's okay if these lines are wiggling. It's totally fine. So cute. See how that just really kind of pops? I think it looks really, really cute. The names of these pens they're Faber-Castell pit pens. We sell them here at the shop. And the set that I sell has a set of 4 in them. There is a brush tip, a medium, a small, and an extra small tip. Because sometimes you need different size tips for pen work. You know, if you need really fine line, you're going to use your extra small, right? So they're perfect. I love them. And I actually use them. They cross over into pretty much every realm of my crafting. They really do. They are the best. They're made for mixed media, which all that means, that's mixed media, I think to some people is a scary word, but all that means, y'all, is they play nicely with other mediums. That means you can write over, Mod Podge, you can write over paint, you can write over watercolor or gelatos or whatever you're doing. And it's India ink. So when it's dry, it's steadfast. It won't react with water again. So if I want to come in and stickle these, which I will, to add some sparkle, I don't have to worry about them smearing or bleeding or anything like that. Okay. That's why I love them so much. All right, let's work on our bunnies. Let's make them cute. I'm going to wait to have the sparkle at the very end because I have a tendency, that has to dry just for a little bit. So do y'all want to do boy bunny or girl bunny first? Any? Let's start with boy bunny. Let's start with boy bunny. So I was kind of playing around. I was trying to think like what colors I wanted to do. So I thought, okay, I think I might do pink and green. So maybe this pretty hot pink. I think something bright is always fun. If you want to go softer colors, you can. But I'm going to use these pretty ginghams. They just scream spring to me. These little gingham checks. I got these at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so they'll be easy for you to find. But what I would do is just pull out ribbons from your stash, right? If you'd rather they be a light pink and a light blue or a light purple, you just go for it. You do whatever you want. Did I say I was going to do the girl or the boy first? I forgot now. What size ribbon is this? This ribbon is 7/8. 7/8. Okay. Let's start with the boy. We're going to start with the boy. All right. We're going to pretend like this is going to be our boy bunny. And then I want you to stay tuned though, because after we decorate these, I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can do with them. Okay. All right. So a boy bunny, I want ribbon on this boy bunny, but I don't want a bow like a girl bow. I'm thinking we need to do a bow tie. Okay. I think a bow tie would be really, really cute. So let me turn on my glue gun. Should have turned that on a little sooner. So I'm going to try to decide how big I want this bow tie to be. I'm going to show you how to make a bow tie. Okay, that might be a little big. So let's make it maybe just a little bit smaller. Okay. So that's a pretty good size. So I'm going to overlap this. If you're curious to know how long this piece is, that's a good thing for you to know. Okay, right now it's slightly over 7 inches, but let's just make it 7 inches so that it's easier for y'all to remember. So let's say 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches is going to be our bow tie. But then we're also going to need another little piece to kind of wrap around the middle. So let's make this one. Let's make this one more like 4 inches, a little bit long. So 7 inches and 4 inches. And these can be ish, depending on how big you want your bow tie to be. Okay, so this is going to be the bow tie for the boy. Let's see if my glue gun is, come on. So what I'm going to wind up doing is we're going to basically kind of create a loop. And then that loop is going to be kind of the width of our bow tie. That looks pretty good. I think I want to make it a little bit bigger. So that just means my loop needs to be a little bit bigger. So I'm overlapping right now, I would say about 1 inch or so. So overlap about 1 inch, maybe 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue, just a tad. Come on, glue gun. Just a tiny little drop, just to kind of hold this loop together. Okay. All right. Can everybody see that? Okay. So you're just going to kind of create this loop. Now put this part to the back. This will be the back of your bow tie. And then we're going to kind of go down in the center, and we're going to put another little dot of hot glue. Okay. We're going to put another little dot, not too big, not too much, little dot of hot glue right underneath that center. And that's just going to hold that down for us. Okay. That's going to be pretty cute, I think. All right. So now then we're going to wrap the bow tie. And y'all, I need to play with this just a minute to see if I think this is going to be too thick. Or if I want to cut it down a little bit. Let me fold it in half and see. Okay. I think it's actually going to be okay to be this width. I'm just going to leave it this width. So I'm going to start on the back. Again, with just a little dot of hot glue. And we're going to start with the end right here, kind of in the, well, I don't think I got it in the center. Let me move it over a little bit. Okay, try to make sure it's in the center. All right, so I think everybody sees that. Pretty easy, right? Hey, Vanessa. Hello. Hi, Denise. Okay, so now we're going to wrap this, but I want you to have just a little, I want you to pull it in just a little bit. Do you see how my bow tie is kind of puckering a little bit? That's what we want. And so you're going to pull, you're just going to wrap, and then I'm going to glue it to the back, and then we're going to cut off this excess. Make sure it sticks. So we're going to kind of play with our little loop in here. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of like, see, I'm kind of pulling it in. Isn't that just the cutest? Okay, let's cut off our excess. Little string there. And now we have a cute little bow tie. So this little bow tie, it could have been thinner, right? It could have been thinner right here. So you could have like folded the ribbon if you wanted to make it thinner, but I actually kind of like it. I kind of like it like this. And now that I'm looking at our bunny, this bunny has a little bit more, it's a little more rough around this bottom part. So I'm thinking this one needs to be our boy. And I'm simply going to attach this with hot glue. So I'm putting this hot glue kind of right underneath the mouth and a little bit downward. Okay, just kind of, can y'all see that? A little bit downward because I don't want it to be, I want it to show. I'm going to kind of drag it through that glue and I'm going to hold it in place. Clean up those glue hairs. That is super cute. Look at the little bow tie. Isn't that cute? Really not hard at all. Isn't that sweet? I think it's really, really cute. Now, boys, it's a little harder to embellish. Like, what are you going to do on them? You know, what else should we do for a boy? I do have some little buttons right here because it is St. Patrick's Day. Okay, because it is St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to just use one of these little Clover buttons. And I could put a little Clover on there. I could put a little Clover, I don't know. Do y'all like the Clover on the bow tie? It's kind of cute. What do y'all think? Would you do it? Or would you leave it off? Let's leave it off for right now and we'll decide kind of at the end. Let's go ahead and work on our girl. So it's pretty easy to make a bow tie. It's really not hard. And if you had wired ribbon, I think it's even easier. This is not wired ribbon, but I think it turned out really, really cute. Okay. I know. I think the little shamrock's kind of cute. I just have to decide where or if I want to use it. I pulled them out just in case because it is St. Patrick's Day and we have a bunch of these little buttons in stock. I think they're really cute. Okay, let's work on girl. All right, girl's going to be much easier. Girl, we're just making a bow. So on our girl, I'm going to just make a bow, but it's going to be kind of a special bow. I always do this just to kind of decide about how big I want the bow to be. And we're going to put the bow on the girl up here in her hair. Okay. So you could just do, you know, a regular bow, right? Just a regular bow that you tie. Just a regular bow, just a knotted bow. Or you could do a loop just like this one, you know, more so with tails. Okay, I think that's pretty good size actually. You don't want the tails on the girl bow to be too long. So we don't want them to cover up her face. Make this one a little shorter. And I'm going to cut a little flag end. Those scissors are not working very well. So when I cut a flag end, I just cut a little slit right up the middle, kind of as far up as I want to go. And I cut from the corner to the top and same with the other corner. I am really bad about, you know how you fold the ribbon and then you cut it? I'm really bad about cutting those the wrong way. And then I have to fold it again and I cut it again and I'll be darned if I don't cut it the wrong way again. And then I don't, you know, I have to start all over. So this is what I use, 7/8. This ribbon is 7/8. But do you see, I don't want it to cover up her face. I want it to kind of be up here on her ear. Very cute. So that is where our hot glue is going to go. We're just going to put a nice little blob of hot glue there. And we're going to put that right up there in her ear. Now, girls are fun. Girls are fun because we can come back if we want to and do cute little flowers, right? So if we wanted to add, something, some cute little flowers or something in here, we can add little flowers. We can add a little cluster of flowers, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to show you kind of just the basics there of these. Or again, because it's St. Patrick's Day, if you wanted to add a cute little clover, we could add a clover to her bow. And we could add a little clover to his bow tie, which I think is actually, that's pretty cute, right? Can y'all see that? That little clover. See the little clover? Okay, so they could be lucky bunnies. Marilyn, oh yes, eyelashes. Good idea. The glue gun I'm using is Surebonder, and it has a little micro tip. Do you see that little micro tip? I love it because it controls the glue. So you don't get these big old blobs of glue. It's just so nice, and it just really controls them very well. So what do y'all like? Flowers? Do you want it to be more Eastery? Okay, I have some of these little flowers too because I think it could be fun to do a little cluster on her. Yeah, we'll have to give her some. Let's do a little cluster on her. Oh, I could have another glue stick. So I'm just going to do 3 little dots of glue. And then I'm going to cluster 3 little flowers right here in the bow. That is so cute. Look how cute that is. Isn't she darling? She's so cute. Makes me want to do something for our little boy, but boys are hard. Boys aren't quite as much fun to decorate. Now, as I mentioned, this would be a fun thing to do with kiddos, right? And you could even put their name on the bunnies if you wanted to, or something fun. If they wanted to kind of do a bunny, I do think she needs some little eyelashes. Thank you for saying that. She definitely needs some cute little eyelashes. Isn't that just the cutest? I think it's adorable. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some sparkle. I'm still debating on that little clover for him, but I think I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now. I'll let y'all decide what you want to use. So I'm using crystal stickles. Really, really pretty. And you can apply this with a brush if you want. I'm just going to use the tip, but I want the pink, the inside of the ears to sparkle. Isn't that cute? I'm going to do it to the boy bunny too. I think, it's going to be okay for the boy bunny to have some sparkle too. Cute little pair. So it has this really tiny little tip, so it makes it really easy to move around, so you don't have to put it on real thick. Let's get some in her nose. And I'm going to bring it right down the mouth as well. Again, it's got that micro tip, so it's really easy to do. And then over here on the cheeks, I'm just going to kind of do a little dot, and I'm going to actually just do this with my finger. I'm just going to kind of pounce around so it's thinner, but that way those cheeks sparkle as well. Isn't that cute? I know, they're so sweet. All right, let's do some on our boy. These are special bunnies. These are Easter bunnies, so they're going to sparkle whether they're a boy or a girl. If it gets a little thick, you can pounce your finger in there, or you could use a brush. So I'm really just kind of squeezing a little bit and then dragging the tip through it. so that it's not super thick. You really don't need it to be super thick. It's going to be pretty and sparkly no matter what. There we go. So this little kit is the 2 bunnies and the napkin that's going to give you four panels, right? Four bunny heads with the 2 wood pieces for $4.99. And I think it's just really super cute. Oh, glasses on the boy. That would be very cute. I would probably cut those out of paper and put them on. I'm not sure I have the drawing skills to draw them. I might cut them out of paper and put some glasses on him, but you're right. Glasses would be very, very cute. So now we have our girl and our boy bunny, and I think they're precious, y'all. So let's talk about how we can use them. Okay, let's talk about how we can decorate with them. All right, let me move a few things out of the way here because I may go to a different screen. Okay, the first thought that I had, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this would be so cute, is if we put magnets on the back of them. Okay, these are ceramic magnets. So if we decided, and I'm just going to pop, I haven't painted the back of these white at all yet, but I'm just going to pop this on with a couple dots of hot glue just so I can show you. But magnets really do need to be put on with a stronger glue, like E6000, if they're going to hold up over time. And I really like the ceramic magnets like this. But I want to show you how fun this is because now they can be magnetic, right? And we can put them on whatever we want. So I have this old tray right here. I want you to think of this like, it's metal, like, if they were on the fridge, right? So do you see how now they're magnetic? You could put them on any kind of magnetic surface, whether it's the fridge or you have a cute little magnetic frame. The other thing that I think would be really, really cute for these, if they're have magnets on them, is this. You know how you can just get the galvanized buckets? You can find these everywhere, okay? Sometimes you find them and they're colored. They actually have a color on them. But look how cute. Look how cute it is with the bunny on here. Sorry, one of my magnets is moving. That's why you have to use good glue, right? So it could even be on a bucket that's going to be like their little Easter pail or something like that. Or you just want to put treats in it. Or maybe it's a planter that you already have that's metal that has a plant in it or something. If you're doing this with kids love anything that has a magnet on it. They just love that. So, I think magnets would be a great idea. And I would probably suggest using 2. They want to grab each other, right? Just 2 magnets on the back. And of course, if you want to paint the back, you can paint the back. Okay. So that's my first idea. Miss Tracy, you love the sign behind me. Is that a vinyl cut or a stencil we can buy? This sign right here. This was also a past class that we are going to look into making that a kit. And yes, it's a vinyl stencil that I use to make the words. And of course, the floral stuff is napkins. Thank you, Diane, for asking. Yeah, I know. Aren't they cute? Yes, it could be a teacher's gift. I just think they're really, really cute. If you do put the magnets on it, that's just fun, right? I mean, any surface, any metal surface that will accept magnets, be really, really cute on. Okay. So here's my other idea. All right. Here's the other idea. The other idea I had, and I'm just let's see if this will let me pop those off. Maybe not. The other idea that I had was making them into little hanging signs, okay, like a little hanging sign. And I was thinking, okay, so you could use wire for that, but what if you use something like this? Y'all know what this stuff is? We keep some of this stuff in stock and sell it in the shop, but you may even have something like this already in your stash. Hobby Lobby, places like that sell it. And it's super cute because it's wired. Hang on, let me cut a piece off here. It's wired, right? It's wired so you can bend it. So it's this kind of greenery garland stuff. but it's wired. And I'm thinking, gosh, for spring, this could be so cute if you actually attach it, right? Maybe you could attach it at the ears. I think I would attach mine like right, kind of like that. It almost looks like a little mini wreath, but it's wired, right? So now I can hang it. I can hang it somewhere. If you want to come in and add some little flowers into it, right? If you want to come in and add in some little flowers, more ribbon, something else into it. I mean, it would be so cute for spring. Really, really cute for spring. And this is easy. You just hot glue this stuff, right? You would literally just hot glue this stuff. And go ahead and shape it first. Like if you want it to be more rounded or if you want it to be more kind of U-shaped. But look how cute these would be as little hangers, right? Isn't that cute? I'll show you. See, it has different colors of green in it, so it feels very kind of springy. I think that's really cute. Okay. So you could use greenery like this, wired greenery, and create a little hanger for them. I think that would be adorable. Very, very, very cute. The other thing that I think would be really cute with these is remember the clothespin hack? Do y'all remember the clothespin hack? Okay, so if you wanted them to actually kind of stand up, you could do the clothespin hack. Let me see if I have a clothespin in my drawer over here. Yes, I have plenty. So the clothespin hack. The clothespin hack is where you pop. Do you see the clothespin? I'm going to pull it down, and do you see how it stays put? It's going to stay put in here. They kind of work both ways. Do you see? So if we have this little easel, it's basically making ourselves a little easel, and we glue this on the, I would paint the back so it looks nice. You put this on the back, and then do you see how your little bunny, you're basically making an easel for your bunny, and then your bunny could actually stand up. Okay? It could actually stand up. Super cute. This could be any wooden clothespin. The smaller clothespins, they do make smaller ones, but they're not going to work as well. For something this size, you really need just a regular size clothespin. They sell these in all different finishes and colors and all the things. You may have just some plain clothespins at home, but it makes a great little easel. So then, let me show you here. Do you see the easel? So then they can actually stand up. They kind of lean back a little bit, but then your bunny can actually stand up. So if you wanted it standing on a shelf, on a tiered tray, anything like that would be adorable. So I've given you 3 ideas. 3 ideas. Put magnets on the back, make them magnetic, right? We can make a cute little hanger for them, and it's springtime, so I think using this garland stuff would be super cute. And then the last idea was doing the clothespin hack so that they actually stand, so they can actually stand up. And I think that'd be really cute too. Okay. Yeah, so easy. This is just a fun little hack you can do with your clothespins if you want to add a little easel, a built-in easel. And what's great about this, y'all, is when Easter's over and you're ready to put everything away, look, even if it's already glued on, it just snaps right back. So then it's nice and flat for you to store it. Yeah, super cute.